Hello, car enthusiasts. Welcome to our channel. We've prepared a very interesting video for you about the 6 of the stupidest and worst cars in America in the 1940s. This video is sure to surprise you, so get comfortable and watch it until the end. Enjoy the show. Dear viewer, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for your support. Number 6. The 1941 Chrysler Thunderbolt is often considered a dumb or worst car due to its impractical design and unreliable features, despite being an advanced concept car. Here's a look at why it's viewed this way. The Chrysler Thunderbolt featured a streamlined, futuristic design that was ahead of its time. Its smooth, flowing lines and enclosed wheels gave it a unique appearance, but this design was more suited for a concept than a production car. The car's styling was polarizing, with some appreciating its innovation and others finding it too radical and impractical. The Thunderbolt's unusual styling, with its minimalist grille and sleek bodywork, was not universally appreciated. While it was a bold statement in automotive design, it was also seen as impractical and overly futuristic for the 1940s. One of the Thunderbolt's most advanced features was its retractable hardtop, a novel concept for the time. However, this feature was notoriously unreliable, prone to mechanical failures, and difficult to maintain. The complexity of the mechanism made it more of a liability than a selling point. As a concept car, the Thunderbolt was never intended for mass production, and its advanced features were not refined enough for everyday use. The car was more of a design exercise, showcasing what could be possible in the future, rather than a practical vehicle for the average consumer. The Thunderbolt was a car ahead of its time, with features and design elements that were more experimental than functional. Its advanced technology was not yet reliable, leading to issues that made it impractical for regular use. The focus on futuristic design came at the expense of practicality. The car's aesthetics and advanced features were impressive, but ultimately not viable for mass production or everyday driving, limiting its appeal beyond being a showpiece. As a concept car, the Thunderbolt was not intended for widespread use, but its flaws in reliability and practicality highlight why it was more of a design experiment than a serious vehicle. Its shortcomings illustrate the risks of pushing technological boundaries without ensuring functionality. In summary, the 1941 Chrysler Thunderbolt is considered a dumb or worst car because its futuristic design and unreliable features, particularly the retractable hardtop, made it more of a concept car curiosity than a practical or successful vehicle. While innovative, it was not suited for everyday use, and its polarizing design limited its broader appeal. Number 5. The 1940 Graham Hollywood is often considered a dumb or worst car for several reasons related to its outdated design, unremarkable performance, and the circumstances surrounding its creation. The Graham Hollywood was essentially a rebodied version of the Cord 810-812, a car that had been innovative when it first appeared in the mid-1930s. However, by 1940, the design was already considered outdated. The Graham Company acquired the body dies after Cord went out of business and repurposed the design, which was seen as a cost-saving measure rather than a forward-thinking innovation. While the original Cord design was admired for its sleek, aerodynamic look, by 1940, it appeared old-fashioned. The Hollywood retained the coffin nose, front end, and hidden headlights of the Cord, which were distinctive but no longer cutting-edge. The styling was unusual and didn't resonate well with buyers who were looking for something more modern. The Graham Hollywood's performance was not impressive. It was equipped with a supercharged engine, which was a carryover from Graham's previous models, but it didn't deliver the kind of power or excitement that buyers might have expected from a car with such a unique appearance. The engine's performance was considered average, especially compared to other vehicles of the time. The use of the Cord body presented some engineering challenges for Graham, as the original Cord was a front-wheel drive car, while the Hollywood was rear-wheel drive. Adapting the Cord's design to fit Graham's rear-wheel drive layout resulted in compromises in both design and performance. The Hollywood was seen as outdated from the moment it was released. The design, while unique, was already passé by 1940, and the market was looking for more modern and innovative vehicles. Instead of investing in new designs or engineering advancements, Graham opted to reuse an old design, which didn't help them stand out in a competitive market. This decision is often viewed as a missed opportunity for the company to innovate and stay relevant. The combination of outdated styling and unremarkable performance meant that the Hollywood didn't have strong market appeal. It was neither modern nor particularly powerful, leading to limited success in sales and ultimately contributing to Graham's decline as an automaker. In summary, the 1940 Graham Hollywood is considered a dumb or worst car because it was built on an outdated design, offered unremarkable performance, and failed to resonate with the market. The car's reliance on a rebodied version of a defunct model highlighted Graham's lack of innovation during a time when the automotive industry was moving forward. Number 4. The 1942 DeSoto Custom is often considered a dumb or worst car for several reasons, primarily related to its rushed production, lackluster design, and failure to meet the expectations of buyers at the time. The DeSoto Custom's design was uninspired and lacked the visual appeal that could have helped it stand out in the pre-war automotive market. While functional, its styling was considered bland and unexciting, failing to attract buyers who were looking for more modern or stylish vehicles. The 1942 DeSoto Custom was one of the last models produced before the US entered World War II, and automakers shifted their focus to war production. This meant that the car was rushed to market, with little time for refinement or innovation. The result was a car that felt outdated and lacked the appeal of more carefully designed competitors. Due to the rush to produce cars before the war, the 1942 DeSoto Custom suffered from various quality issues. The materials and workmanship were not up to the standards expected by buyers, leading to reliability problems and dissatisfaction. The DeSoto Custom did not introduce any significant technological or engineering advancements. At a time when other automakers were beginning to experiment with new designs and features, the Custom felt like a holdover from an earlier era, with nothing new to offer. The 1942 DeSoto Custom failed to capture the attention of buyers who were increasingly looking for cars with modern designs and innovative features. Its bland appearance and lack of standout qualities made it easy to overlook in a competitive market. The rushed production process and focus on getting a product to market before the war led to a car that was not well developed or competitive. This, combined with its lack of innovation, made the DeSoto Custom seem outdated even before it was released. The combination of quality issues, uninspired design, and lack of market appeal meant that the 1942 DeSoto Custom was not a commercial success. It didn't resonate with consumers and is often remembered as one of the less impressive cars of its time. In summary, the 1942 DeSoto Custom is considered a dumb or worst car because it was a rushed pre-war model that suffered from quality issues, had an unremarkable design, and failed to appeal to buyers looking for more modern and innovative vehicles. Its lack of distinguishing features and the hurried nature of its production contributed to its lackluster reputation. Number 3. The 1946 Nash 600. While innovative in certain aspects, is often considered a dumb or worst car for several reasons related to its design, performance, and market presence. The Nash 600 had a rather conservative and uninspiring design. Its styling was plain and unremarkable, failing to stand out in a post-war market where consumers were increasingly drawn to more dynamic and modern-looking vehicles. The Nash 600 was one of the first American cars to feature unit body construction, an innovative approach that made the car lighter and more fuel-efficient. However, while this was a forward-thinking engineering choice, it wasn't enough to compensate for the car's other shortcomings. The car's performance was underwhelming, particularly in comparison to its competitors. The Nash 600 was designed more for economy than excitement, and as a result, it lacked the power and driving dynamics that many buyers were looking for in the post-war era. Despite its innovative construction, the Nash 600 didn't stand out in the market due to its bland design and lackluster performance. It failed to capture the imagination of buyers who wanted something more exciting or stylish. In the booming post-war market, many automakers were introducing new models with fresh designs and improved features. The Nash 600, with its unremarkable appearance and mediocre performance, was easily overshadowed by more appealing alternatives. While the unit body construction was a significant innovation, Nash didn't capitalize on this advantage with a car that could compete effectively in terms of design and performance. This was seen as a missed opportunity to make a stronger impact in the post-war market. In summary, the 1946 Nash 600 is considered a dumb or worst car because despite its innovative unit body construction, it was let down by its bland design and uninspiring performance. It didn't stand out in the competitive post-war market, leading to its reputation as a less memorable and less successful vehicle. Number 2. The 1947 Studebaker Champion is often considered a dumb or worst car for several reasons, primarily related to its minimalist design, lack of power, and basic features. The Champion had a very simple and utilitarian design, which, while functional, lacked the flair and style that many car buyers desired in the late 1940s. The car's plain appearance made it seem unremarkable and uninspiring, especially when compared to the more stylish and luxurious offerings from other manufacturers. The Studebaker Champion was designed as an inexpensive economy car, and as such, it was equipped with a modest engine that provided only adequate performance. In an era when many consumers were beginning to seek out cars with more power and better acceleration, the Champion's lack of horsepower made it feel underwhelming. The Champion was built with affordability in mind, which meant that it came with very basic features. This no-frills approach was a drawback for buyers who were looking for more comfort, convenience, and advanced features in their vehicles. While the Champion's affordability was one of its selling points, this also contributed to its perception as a cheap and unrefined car. The lack of power, combined with the bare-bones interior and minimal features, made it feel like a compromise rather than a desirable choice. In the late 1940s, the American car market was seeing an increase in demand for more luxurious and well-appointed vehicles. The Champion's Spartan design and lack of power put it at a disadvantage when compared to more refined and better-equipped cars that were becoming available at the time. The Champion was successful among budget-conscious buyers, but it didn't appeal to those who could afford more and were looking for a car with better performance and more stylish design. This limited its market appeal and contributed to its reputation as a less desirable option. In summary, the 1947 Studebaker Champion is considered a dumb or worst car because its minimalist design, lack of power, and basic features made it feel cheap and unrefined, especially when compared to more luxurious and powerful options available in the post-war market. While it was affordable, it didn't meet the expectations of buyers who wanted more from their vehicles, leading to its less favorable reputation. Number 1. The 1949 Mercury 8 is a vehicle that holds a complex place in automotive history. While it became iconic in hot rod culture in its original stock form, it is sometimes considered a dumb or worst car for several reasons. The 1949 Mercury 8 featured a bulky and boxy design that was considered unattractive and outdated by some at the time. Its heavy and somewhat awkward proportions made it less appealing compared to the sleeker, more modern designs emerging in the post-war era. While other automakers were beginning to experiment with more streamlined and futuristic designs, the Mercury 8's styling was relatively conservative. This made it seem old-fashioned, especially when compared to competitors that were offering more innovative and stylish models. The Mercury 8 was equipped with a flathead V8 engine that provided decent performance, but it wasn't particularly powerful or exciting. In an era where automotive performance was becoming increasingly important, the Mercury 8 didn't stand out. The car's heavy build contributed to its reputation as being somewhat sluggish and less agile compared to lighter, more nimble vehicles. This made it less desirable for those seeking a more spirited driving experience. While the 1949 Mercury 8 later became an icon in the custom car and hot rod community, in its original stock form, it was seen as unattractive. Its bulky, boxy design didn't resonate with the general public who were looking for more modern and stylish cars. By 1949, the automotive industry was rapidly evolving, with many manufacturers introducing sleeker and more innovative designs. The Mercury 8's conservative approach made it seem outdated, which hurt its appeal in the increasingly competitive market. Although it gained fame later on as a favorite for customization, the Mercury 8, in its original form, wasn't particularly exciting or desirable. It lacked the styling and performance that would have made it stand out in the crowded post-war automotive landscape. In summary, the 1949 Mercury 8 is considered a dumb or worst car in its stock form due to its bulky, boxy design, conservative styling, and lackluster performance. While it eventually became an icon in the custom car scene, its original appeal was limited, and it was seen as unattractive and outdated compared to more modern vehicles of the time.